I'm going to start here with these pretty little flowers. Oh, we still got daisies.
They're just coming out.
What are these little deals that are purple? It's like a grass kind of thing, but they have purple flowers.
Oh, those are chives.
Chives, and that's the flowers on them. Cool, neat. Oh, and there's an iris from those iris deals.
Yeah,
There's
but that's the only one that came out of
oh, that is so cool.
trample.
Nice little camera.
He got off that idea. You still got that idea? You still going in the military?
Yeah, he's still talking about it.
Oh, shit.
Not sure why, but I think it might help him. He'll get some money and pay off some of his debts, and he'll go to college.
If
he doesn't die. I'm worried about him getting died.
Maybe quit smoking marijuana, he could do it.
Yeah, actually, that's what delayed his fucking deal. Is he was in fucking.
Dale went over, took his kids over, his van with his sister in Coeur d'Alene. Yeah, he went through that damn divorce.
Really?
Dale, he's a single guy now.
Really?
He's gonna move into his house. He's tearing up the carpeting he had to. Brand new carpeting, that guy had a dog. Oh well, none of my business. Poor goddamn kids. Hey, kids are smart. They can tell what's going on.
Sure they can. So what's going to happen? Who's going to have the kids?
Yeah. Well, all she's after is that money.
She's after the money, that's all, huh?
Yeah, he's got money. That's a big problem. The taxes were out of, my taxes are going to probably be $3,000 this year.
So when did he get his divorce? When did Kyle get his divorce? When did he get his divorce?
Huh?
When did Kale get his divorce? When did Kale get his divorce?
Oh, he filed this last week because they were one of those deals. They don't even have to show up in court. I gave him the name of my lawyer, Gustavus. I said, the trouble is you ain't going to get any money out of it, he'll get it all. I says, hey, please, throw your head out of your ass, just listen to me, will you? Don't go to a goddamn lawyer. Just divorce her. Don't sign no papers. And put it down as you're going to handle it.
Yep.
Don't listen to me. Because I'm right. That's why I got my divorce. It cost me $100. That's cheap. That was a... And I even bought the lawyer a drink. Hey, Darby, they're putting in a sewer system. Everybody in town is in on it.
Cool.
I can't believe it. Well, Jesus Christ, 3 days. This must be getting bad.
No, I'm off. I asked. It's just the way it goes.
The cocksuckers are going to go under, just like General Motors, Chrysler, and Ford didn't go under yet. They'll go.
No, Ford kept.
They're on the edge.
Ford has got pretty good cars. They got better cars than anybody right now.
Yeah, let the goddamn assholes buy their goddamn cars. I don't give a damn.
Nobody's going to buy these stupid little golf carts.
Yeah.
The fuck they want the people to buy. And you know what? There's $6,000 for the battery in the goddamn hybrid cars. When they go south, who the fuck's got $6,000 to buy another battery?
Well, you got three old cars. You can get about $18,000 on a new car.
Oh, really? Wish I'd have kept the other two.
And you can use it as a tax reduction.
Well, what else is new?
I'd like to know how the hell this mess, how they're going to pay off everybody and get this mess straightened out.
Doesn't make any sense, does it? It doesn't make any sense, does it?
No, hey, they had this deal last night. They had Chrysler and General Motors, all their big shot CEOs that got canned.
Uh-huh.
Holy God, they are scared to talk because their goddamn government's got a monitor there.
Oh, sure they do.
Those cocksuckers, they can't open their goddamn mouth. They never said anything. They're scared to talk. Our goddamn government is worse than the Muslims.
Well, we got a Muslim running the deal. What are you talking about? It's worse than the Muslims. The Muslims, he's going around the countryside. He was in Cairo and he talked to everybody there. He's a Muslim more than anything else.
Yeah.
Well, he always has been. We don't even know if he's got a birth certificate. They really haven't really shown an actual birth certificate of him being born in any place that was America.
Yeah, since Chrysler, the government owns 10% of Chrysler. They own all of General Motors, and the Ford Motor Company has borrowed about $5 million or
No,
5 billion.
So I understand that Ford Motor Company said, no, we don't need any of your money. They didn't take any money. They took about 200 grand.
Well, that's true of everybody in the United States. They have to borrow.
They might have got, but they turned down government money. I can't see them changing their mind.
They're talking about stopping our insurance.
Of course, they're stopping it. They're trying to convert everything into a fascist socialist state. That's what change is all about. When Obama was talking about voting for change, change is what he's doing right now. He gets that stimulus package that Pelosi wrote, and what he did with that is he was able to pay back all of the people that got him elected. Like 2.1 billion went to Acorn. A bunch of money went to this person, this business, this entity, and he'll say one thing, and then the George Soros group of MoveOn.org would say, "Well, no, you got to be a left-wing radical. You can't be your own man." He is not. He's not. He's a figurehead. Nothing. He's got no real power, actually.
Well, it's like Sunday Well, he was 8 years in a concentration camp over there in the Hanoi Hilton. His damn Chinaman locked him up. He's supposed to get that insurance. So last time I went over to hell, I took him with me because he didn't drive a car. And he had a DDS, delayed stress syndrome.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, they did the same thing to him they did to me. They tore up his card. Our goddamn government, lying son of a bitches. That's why otherwise I'd be over there. That new hospital was boarded up they built for old farts.
They just boarded it up?
Yeah, that's all. They got plywood over all the windows.
Huh.
They don't give a damn about anybody being in the military or anything else.
No.
It's a sad damn deal, I guess. I guess we aren't in as bad shape as a lot of other countries.
No.
Afghanistan here's the most dangerous country in the world. They kill 7 or 8 women every day. They go after women.
Yeah, they do. Well, the Al Qaeda and Taliban are a bunch of living in the 700th century, and they're hiding behind the civilians' skirts because they embed themselves in, and then they blame. Then that way, if they could say, "Well, this is collateral damage," and you know what? Obama is not worth a goddamn as far as I'm concerned. He comes out with this happy horse shit of instead of calling them terrorists, which is what they actually are. He's talking about doing a contingency.
Enough Americans vote to get a son of a bitch, get somebody that's worse than the last asshole. He's about, to me, 3 times worse.
Oh, he is, yeah. He hasn't even produced a birth certificate to prove that he should be president.
I learned about those goddamn.
They haven't produced an actual birth certificate that he was born in the United States.
Yeah.
He spent most of his time as a Muslim.
Yeah. My poor hooker friend comes over here trying to. I give her $50. I said, "Hey, I don't want to fuck. Here's $50." I went and got her $50.
Which one was this one?
And don't spend this on that goddamn pimp you married to either. I said, you know, goddamn it, Jody, I'm telling you.
Don't mention any names.
Who bought that house up there that
I don't
you
know.
bought? She said, "That's my money." And I said, That's what I mean. He's a goddamn pimp. He's using you. He'll probably charge you for it. Average customer you have too. That's pimping. I think it pissed her off. I can't believe it. $2 or $2.
Tell me about some. I don't want to hear about other people. Tell me about some of the stuff that you've done.
You can't make it on the way. Look at you. You have to hold down 2 jobs just to pay off the IRS. When, and I figure if I live to be your age,
You've already lived to be my age.
They'll get all your money. They do it. They are pretty sharp. I noticed they changed those deals on that card every month. You get that card in your check, on your monthly check.
They just direct deposit it.
Yeah. That one of mine, they change it every month. They change it. The money they're drawing out. And I guess that's the only thing that keeps the government going, I guess. I notice the bars are starting to get fuller. When times get tough, people go to drinking.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Well, I think Dennis said, Dennis Wiseman, he said, you know, Keith, you got the bad attitude. He says, you're right though. The more money you owe, the better off you are. Because the higher up on the scale, they have to keep you going, otherwise they're going to lose their ass too. And that's true. Then there's an article about yesterday's editorial. I got an editorial. I was just reading it in bed. That's probably why General Motors and Chrysler and Ford have lasted so long. They're too goddamn big to go under. They'll drag the government with it.
Yeah.
Don't make any difference. They just print some more money. The same the day I was born is the same now. Oh, no. If I didn't read this paper, I'd be all right. The new car is a hard top. Hey, if General Motors and Chrysler were on, some other company will start building that crap just like what they're building.
What's a BMW Z4 Roadster? That's made in Germany. Actually, they got a plant here, I think, that they build them.
Figure out how to build a car that gets some mileage. So we don't have to buy all the oil from foreign countries.
We got enough oil here if they just uncap it. It's all bunch of bullshit. We could buy our oil from Canada. We don't have to buy it from the Arabs. I think the reason they've been buying it from the Arabs is because they got all this money invested in all the refineries and in all of the drilling. They might as well use it up till the oil dries up. And for some reason, they can't increase the productivity because it's starting to run out over there.
For the General Motors and Chrysler and a couple of guys from Ford. The Ford Motor Company guys wouldn't talk at all. These are guys that are fired. The government fired everybody on all those big corporations, and they had about 100 of them last night, and they were interviewing them. None of them was one gal, she was a woman evidently, she was had a dealership. She poured the heat on these son of a bitches, and they wouldn't answer. You know, she was trying to find out what happened. They shipped her a couple hundred automobiles, and she owes the company over $250,000. They aren't going to take it back, and they wouldn't answer. That's typical of big shots.
Well,
They don't answer anything. The bigger they are, the tougher they are too. I guess that's the way our system. I guess that's the way it is. That's right. I tell me, she got 3 of them. She just bought another Jeep, a custom built one. Looks like those long deals, and it's in a gray. 3-seater.
huh.
I don't know. She bet she has to lay on her back a long time to get the gas tank full. Hey, she's a pretty sharp girl. She could run her own. I told her, I said, buy this bar on her down. Don't give him no money down. Just buy it on long. That guy was ready to sell it, and she talked herself out of it. I said, just buy it with nothing down. He fell off a ladder, you know, messed himself all up. And he had that brand new car, and he hit a deer over there on up the valley.
Yeah, my son got a deer ran into him when he was coming back from through Idaho, and he was on near Lookout Pass, and one of them just jumped right into his. He was past. I guess he passed through Lookout Pass, and a deer just ran right into the side of his car.
That ladder out there, I got 4 belts over and it's screwed onto the roof. That's why I leave it up there, because it takes an hour to get it loose. No ladders are safe. They're just like that pile of shit you're driving. Someday you'll find out what I'm talking about when the thing blows up. You already lost one. Hey, ask Ford Motor Company what caused that. They won't answer anyway.
No.
Of course, I remember Dad had that one car. It used to burst into flames all the time. It was built by Essex. That Essex was all wood with metal over it. That was the first model. I wonder if there's any bootleggers left in Montana.
I'm sure there is.
God. I don't think you could make it. They got wine over here, $50 a bottle.
Whoa.
Jesus. Maybe that's why my sister don't invite me down for dinner. She can't afford the wine. She quit driving her car too. She went out to get her last license, and they wouldn't let her pass her. So she drives over and gets groceries, and that's all. They only fine you $100 if you don't have a driver's license. If you're not drunk.
Somebody's calling. Maybe it's for you. I'll stop this.
I don't know what the hell. This is Saturday. Thank you. All right. Jesus Christ. Whew. I don't live down there.
What's up?
Oh. Well, see, Colorado. See, in the Denver area, all those banks down there in business, building and loans is owned by the state. And the water, his water system, and his gas system is all owned by the state. They bought, and that's under a different deal than we got. He owns a bunch of damn rentals down there. The reason he's broke, he just rents a, on one fourplex he has, it's up to $4,000. I'm currently paying $2,400 on this crap. And then 25 with the sewage. Jesus. He's coming up. He isn't coming up till the 25th of July. But then his wife doesn't get the whole summer off. That's why she quit that bank. Well, I got enough problems of my own. Rent this place out and move in there.
Why don't you? But you got your garage though.
Huh?
You should keep your garage. That's a good thing to have.
Don't need all this room.
Then you'd have to park outside though.
And he said that money, I got the card there, says they withdrew it. And he says, no, that he transfers all that money back into my account. And they got some new gals down there, they lie to me all the time. Bankers, now you can see why you don't trust banks. God. They even, last when I cashed one of those goddamn checks in there, she shortchanged me $100, but I picked that up and about a month later I got a credit. That was on my Social Security check.
Those dirty
I still got one
bastards.
there. I'm going to cash it in the bar. I don't trust those goddamn bankers.
No, I don't either.
Son of a bitches. I don't trust nobody.
I don't blame you. When it comes to money, a lot of banks, lawyers, and real estate people are all prostitutes, you know.
That's like my old sister Elaine that I built that big house. She's always keep telling me I had a bad attitude. I said, when you deal with horses' asses, you get that way.
Oh, and
I
financial
said, you don't even know what the hell I'm talking about.
financial advisors are a pain in the arse parasites
I said,
too.
where do you get to be at 94 years old, then you'll have a faint idea if you read the papers every day. I don't think the average guy even reads the papers. Do you read them?
Yeah, I do every
You
day.
read it from front to back. It takes me all day and all night. Those damn editorials they write are pretty bad, you know, especially about Obama. Hey, you know, all those old ex-presidents they're badass in Obama. You notice that? You know, that's our political system.
Yeah, well, Jesus, take a look at what
Yeah.
Obama is.
Hey, he didn't make this mess. It's that goddamn Republican
Oh,
guy.
bullshit!
Yeah.
Pelosi made this mess with a stupid fucking stimulus
Well,
program.
if that son of a bitch that was in there.
Which
that-
we don't have the money, so what do? They're printing the fucking money to pay for it.
Yeah, well.
And he's changes. He's got the stimulus package. He put $2.1 billion he gave to Acorn, which is being investigated for voters fraud.
Yeah.
And so I don't want to hear this happy horse shit about the fucking Republicans. The Republicans did a hell of a lot better job than fucking Obama. He hasn't got a clue. He does nothing but show weakness to the fucking terrorists and the Arabs. First thing he does is say, well, we're going to get rid of Gitmo and all this shit. You know what? The guy's a fucking idiot. He wants to, well, okay, we got a working fucking missile defense system, but I'm going to cut it out. The guy's an idiot. And you know what? He's an idiot because he's being run. He's being run.
They're neither
Oh fuck! He's being
They got
run.
their head up their ass. Just
He's being run by the fucking left wing of the Democratic Party. They're running his ass.
it's just like Obama is right now.
Well, that's what I'm talking about. Obama. I'm not talking about anybody else.
Oh,
Obama is a figurehead.
oh.
He's being run by the fucking powers that are in the left wing of the Democratic Party. God, I knew you're smart, but Jesus, you should figure that out too. There's no such thing as change that's any good from him. It's basically changing America into a socialist fascist state.
Yeah, I noticed that the oil is back up to $100 a barrel.
Well, that's right.
It'll be probably back to.
It's because now that there's speculation. The speculation is what's.
Why don't we take some of our reserves and start panning them out? We got 2 oil reserves.
I know. Why aren't we using it?
Yeah. And pretty soon here, hey, see where they get coming out, the President's coming out with that hydrogen car this year, and another guy has got a hydrogen car too.
There's a guy down in the Bitterroot that builds hydrogen cars, and they work.
Yeah,
He converts regular cars into hydrogen cars.
try it.
They'll probably fucking kill him. There's too much money involved.
Try it.
But for the longest time, I've been figuring out if you can utilize electrolysis to feed hydrogen and oxygen into the air intake, you'll have more efficient complete combustion is what
It's
you
been
get.
the same for 94 years. I'm 30 years older than you are. You don't even know. You never went through that goddamn deal in 1929.
No, I didn't.
That's when I lost my ass.
My grandfather did and
All
my mother
money,
did.
I lost everything. And my old man run me out of the house with a baseball bat.
That's because you voted for that fucking communist. What's his name? FDR. Him and his wife both were communists. Look at the land he gave to Joseph Stalin after World War II. Everybody says, "Oh, it's because he's sick." Bullshit. He's a communist.
Actually,
They used to refer to Joseph Stalin, who killed more people than Hitler,
that's what I say.
as Papa Joe or Uncle Joe. They thought he
The last
was.
president we had, he got us into this goddamn. Where the hell are they picking on our country? They didn't even have the atom bomb. Why in the hell didn't?
Oh, get off of that.
But
That's over. That's over.
A lot of American good kids lost their lives.
Okay,
That's what I've got against him.
it took them 2 fucking bombs before they surrendered. They didn't surrender after Hiroshima. They surrendered after Nagasaki, which was the second bombing. I don't know what the
Now, I
heck.
don't know what they're going to do with that damn North Koreans.
God only knows.
Those bastards. Going to let a lot of people die.
Yeah.
Look what we did.
Look at how many people that's lives were saved by that. Japanese as well as American soldiers. Would have been house to house battling. Would have taken another 5 years for Christ's sake. And when they spend $1 million on a goddamn project, you don't think they're not going to use it? That's all over and done with. What pisses me off is we got a president
in my lifetime
that may not even been born here.
4 times it's in my lifetime.
We got a president that may have not even been born in America. Then nobody's produced his birth certificate yet. Did you know that? Yeah.
But of course I read it. Fucking papers, I can tell you.
Well,
how many more months it'll be before this office you're working for will be broke.
I wouldn't trust anything out of the Missoulians.
Like the paper there, yes.
The Missoulians fucking lucky they've fired and laid off all their people. Now
I think they're on it right now because they're laying you off for 3 days tells you a lot of it.
No.
Yeah, why are they doing that? They got the money.
Because it happens.
Huh?
I was talking to this lady and she explained it to me.
I think they can't pay off the Chinese.
Oh, they got to pay the Chinese off?
They own 343 million. I don't think. Well, that won't hold a candle to what General Motors owes the government.
Hell, America owes the Chinese. The Chinese is like the Japanese bought treasury bonds. The Chinese have been buying treasury bonds. What do you think that all the money's coming from? We're printing money like the Germans printed it after World War I. It's really stupid We're printing money to pay for all this happy bullshit.
You think that someday somebody could come along that could figure out how to run a car on hydrogen? That guy, what the hell? That guy over in Europe claims he's got hydrogen running in cars now. It's in the paper. And then you know what happens? The oil companies will buy them off. It's nice today. Jesus, if I go to Libby and back, talking about 40, $80 for gasoline. I don't know what in the hell. There's a classic example. Those guys killed over half the people in Libya and got away with it.
Yeah, they did, didn't they? Well, you know what? They did. You know, I blame it on the prosecutors. The prosecutors didn't do a good case. They didn't do a good enough case to convince a jury.
Jesus.
And the judge pretty much said they better come up with some actual evidence or it's not going to happen. And they apparently couldn't come up with any. I'm surprised that they couldn't come up with any with all the different people that were sick and dying from the asbestos in that.
I remember when I was growing up, that's all it is. My dad knew what was going on. Everybody else was talking about those son of a bitches and that asbestos getting in your lungs. 2 doors down, the little gal, her husband works in the goddamn mines and she died from the asbestos. And everybody was talking about, you know, that shows our system, our government is our law system pretty bad. They could have had the trial up there and been the same too.
Yeah.
Shit.
Well, look at it. Look at all the.
Well, I wouldn't mind if they didn't cut up my. I thought the reason I went in the goddamn military, I thought I'd have a place to sleep. Shit, no. Well, first thing you do when you take out Social Security insurance is you lose all your rights on your military. If they'd have told me that, I wouldn't have signed up for it. Jesus.
Yeah, but tell me about some of the stuff that you did in Lockheed.
Of course, it's probably better than living in one of those restrooms. Jesus Christ, maybe, right? Hey, maybe I better start being nice to Kale's ex-wife. I think she's just looking for a guy that's got that work. I got a job, but I don't want to. Hey, I don't want to be stuck with that job the rest of my life.
Well, you're doing pretty. You're making more money than the average person in Missoula. So I would continue with what you're doing.
What good is the money? The IRS will get it all anyway.
I know.
Just like what you ain't going to get any of that goddamn money you're making out there. Of course,
all the money I make is going into paying the bills.
The reason is you're smart enough to figure out what they're doing to you, but I can tell.
Actually, I'm pretty much making enough basically.
That $3
to
deal was one of them.
Huh?
Because when I was going through that, it was only $2.
I still
I can't believe it. That $3 deal.
Huh?
When does that end? How old do you have to be?
Oh, I'm past it now. You have to be 66 or older, and I'm 66. So I could make $33,000. Not that I'm ever going to make that much, but that's how much I can make. But I haven't made that much.
God, man. Geez, I have to start kissing that Jody's ass again, but I might have to. Hey, she comes over here. She's dressed in all one of those new leather outfits.
Good for her. So tell me, I don't really want to hear about your girlfriends.
Buying her car. And the problem is my damn sister, Well, she's come over and she was back there. I couldn't talk to her.
Uh-huh.
She wanted me to go over there. She's going to buy me dinner at Silvertip.
Oh. Who was?
Silvertip, I got
Your sister?
Yeah.
Well, that's a good idea.
Hey,
Are they still food? Are they still making food down there?
I understand prostitutes because I was married to one.
I don't think they have food there anymore, do they?
Every woman's a goddamn hooker. You were married to 5 of them. But of course you don't understand what I'm talking about.
What I'm
There's a little black thing with a hair on it is what runs a guy's life. I told her, come back on Saturday night and I'll take you down to the Florence Hotel. I'll never see her again.
who's that?
Jody.
Oh, what about your sister?
They got a new dining room down there.
Oh, I heard they're remodeling.
Nahana, I don't know what's it. She's got a boy. She's living right over here.
Can you move over here? Because I'm getting a lot of backlight.
Huh?
Can you move over here?
Oh. Well, hey, I've heard all this shit. Keep on with it.
There you go.
Hey, Jesus Christ, I got a goddamn job. And the government ain't taking any money out of it. Because I told my boss, I says, you want to get rid of me, put me on your payroll and have the government take out $54 a week. And I says, then I won't be back. And he says, I know you ain't gonna do it. Hey, you got the best deal in town because you keep track of your time and I know you have access to my cash deposit. Yeah, well, I says, I've got people come over and steal money from me all the time. I got to pick it back up, you know. I said, Jesus Christ.
Who's been taking money?
Huh?
Who's been taking money? Have you been leaving the door
I put it in
open?
a bank because, hey,
Oh.
I can tell if somebody's been in my deal out there is open. It's just, they walk in there.
Well,
No, I don't lock my doors anyway.
Well, who the hell could it be?
Yeah. No, I put it in this bank because they get 9% interest.
Well, that's pretty good.
And it's all it's guaranteed up to 174,000 now.
Well, that's good.
See, that's one thing on a bank deposit. It's guaranteed up to actually 174,000. So if they go broke, well, you'll get your money eventually. I don't know how many lawyers, but I don't know how that works. Them guys already admit they're broke because they got 4 banks.
How the hell could they keep up the money from
We're
4
down
banks?
here. I built another bank down here. Did you see it right on that?
Yeah?
God, that'll be 8 banks. No, 4 of them are building alone.
I think there's a lot of people being laundered. I think there's so many banks because people are using it to launder money is what I think. Because there's not that much money in Missoula. There's not that many people that rich. There really isn't. I mean, you got people like Dennis Washington.
My son just told me on
He's
the goddamn phone
the richest guy in town, I'm sure.
that goddamn they got new help down here. I'm with the U.S. Bank down there, and I know they're cooking there. I've been doing a bit, and I figured, well, he's handling my money and he's paying all my bills, and that's his problem. And hey, I don't have to worry about money to live on. My sister, Allison, is going to, the other day, she says when I need some money, come down there, she just makes me out a check. And it pays the taxes on it too. That's why I looked after her. She is my sister.
Yeah.
But I worry about what, between her and Kale, I don't know what the answer is.
No, Cale's pretty much got his own thing going.
Going down. My son, when I told him about this deal with Kale, he's probably pissed off over that too. Kale paid his way. Jesus Christ, he did a nice job on that.
Yeah, he did.
Hell, hey, about once a week he invites me over to dinner. He's a pretty good cook.
All right.
I don't know what that's going to happen to those kids. I worry about them too.
Well, yeah. Who's getting the kids?
So, huh?
Who are the kids going to go to?
Well, that's his sister. She lives in Hayden Lake, right next to Coeur d'Alene.
So they're going to go to his sister?
Yeah, yeah. See, the school's out over here.
Well, that's better than
His
go.
oldest daughter. I don't know if you were.
I remember.
She's 7. She's tall.
She's
like
really
that.
smart.
Yeah.
I could tell when I
But
saw her. She's
I
smart.
can see. He thinks somebody else is going to raise those kids, and he's got to work. What he's going to do over there is try to get a woman to come in. He has a full apartment down in the basement, and he's going to let her have that apartment to look after kids. I don't think anybody.
I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do that. You don't even know what the hell kind of person you just get somebody.
Yeah.
I wouldn't do that.
What?
Because people have had people take care of their kids and find out that their kids are getting abused.
That's right.
I wouldn't do that. I would never do that.
You're right. I was going to say something.
You read about it in the fucking paper of people here in this area, not just all over the country, but you look at places like Florida and
Hey.
some of the other states. There's people that are fucking killing kids and screw around with kids
When I'm
and
going through
having
an
sex
apartment
with them.
now,
There's a
you
whole
can-
bunch of these bastards, these pedophiles, and some of these women aren't that fucking swift either. There's some of them are thieves. And some of them abuse the kids because the kids,
I know.
you know-
I know that his wife.
hell, there's mothers that kill their own
Well,
babies.
last time I went over there, she was yanking them around. They were playing. She went over and grabbed her daughter by the arm in church. I said, "Don't do that." He's slapping her around.
Who's this?
His ex-wife.
Oh, she's a pain in the
Yeah,
ass.
she-
You know,
she's a part Indian.
you know what it is?
She's a-
She's a product of what she grew up with. Her mother, whatever her mother was, that's what she is. Because when girls grow up, they imprint the way
mothers are-
they get imprinted by the way their mothers treat them.
Yeah.
And that's what
She's
she's
got
had.
Indian blood.
Oh.
She's a 16th Blackfoot.
Well,
It
that's kind of strange because most of the
No use of me saying anything to him because he doesn't listen. Just like, oh, goddamn, your son ever listen to anything you say?
yeah, he does
He
sometimes.
told me he didn't. I'm just asking you.
Yeah, he does.
They're just pretending. Hell, I used to pretend that I was listening to my father too.
He listens more to his mom though.
It's a sad deal.
Well, it looks like all the snow's gone from the mountains anyway. So, has he got? Where are the kids now? Are they in Coeur d'Alene?
Huh?
Are the children in Coeur d'Alene now?
He's on his way over there. Yeah, he just left.
Okay, so he's got the kids with him.
She's
Does he have the kids with him?
Yeah.
Well, she'll be good. She's a family member.
Sure, of course. Now his sister, that Benny's it's kind of like my daughter's got this. I never ever hit her. She was one of those people that never raised her voice. Hit her once with a broom because she'd been out all night drinking, and that was a big mistake. But Benny, she's got 2 kids of her own, and she'll take good care. This might be good for those kids.
Well, sure, they have kids to play with.
Yeah.
How old are her kids?
7. His oldest daughter's 7. The other one's 4. His other daughter, and his son is a year and a half old.
Okay, how old is Bendy's kids?
Oh, Benny's kids, they're up around 14 and 16.
Oh, that's good. That'd be.
Yeah, they're tall.
So there'll be something for the kids
Yeah.
to look up to.
And she's working for she's a religious person. She's working for a Catholic outfit over there
Oh, good for her.
in Spokane.
Good.
She's married to that sir.
What's her husband doing now? The guy,
Yeah.
the French
Well,
gentleman.
This is a branch of that
What's her?
Gonzaga. She works.
Oh, for Gonzaga, yeah.
She's there.
What's
They're in Spokane.
what's her husband doing now?
Huh?
Is he still selling cars?
Well,
Her husband?
I can't find out. I asked the last time it was tires, and then he was in real estate. I think she's in real estate.
If he's in real estate, he could be making some good
Yeah.
money because there's good.
Of course, his mother. See,
His mother owns a winery over in
owns a
Alsace,
couple of
Lorraine.
Wineries over in
Alsace,
South
Lorraine,
France.
isn't it Alsace,
Yeah.
Lorraine? Yeah.
He's a goddamn mama's boy. She sends him a check every month because he's like all assholes. They couldn't make it without their mother.
Well, it's family money. You know, he's in the family. Maybe he's getting his interest in the family business.
Yeah, right. Well, my mother, and I get in trouble and they throw my ass in jail. She come down and bail me out. I finally told the judge, I says, tell my mother, she's standing right there, says, tell her if she wants to correct this problem, no, next time I get arrested, to don't come out here and bail me out. So he told her, he gave her a song and dance, and that was the end of that deal. That was the last time I ever got picked up on Higgins Avenue for speeding. Yeah, that's a mama's boy. See, poor mother. She had two sisters that lived to be 102. They had a avocado orchard down in California. They were millionaires. Everybody in their family, on her side of the family had money. Well, that's running families, I guess.
Yeah. Does he still have a sailboat?
Huh?
Does her husband still own a sailboat?
No, it sank down there in the Mediterranean. He was going to go to England. He was one of these smart asses. He reminds me of a lot of people.
Yeah.
He bought that boat from originally my daughter owned the boat. It was a 57-foot 3-masted schooner.
Whoa.
And after she had a boyfriend, he left her cold, and she decided to sell it. He bought it, and he said he done a lot of sailing to that. So he and Benny, they started to come up through the Panama Canal, and they were going to go to that city that's underwater down there. And he got in the Mediterranean, they hit a storm, and the boat sank. And according to her, she told me he tossed her overboard, and they had a cat, and she grabbed the cat and swam ashore. And there was a guy there that he had an air, flew her down to Panama City, and then in Panama City she got an airline to Missoula. And he followed up here. He lived with me here. And I didn't get along with him. The goddamn sauerkraut, just like my wife. Typical damn jerk, you know. I never knew any nice people. And poor Bendy, you know, about my daughter and my mother, or my wife, is still married. And when Bendy was going to marry that guy, they cornered me and wanted me to put up a fight. I said, hey, listen, none of my business. It isn't going to change. She'll go do something on her own. Women or have their own mind. And my wife went to bat. She raised hell, made a mortal enemy of her. You can't tell people what to do.
No.
Just save your breath.
Well, so he's going to leave the kids with Bendy then?
Huh?
Cale's going to leave his kids with Bendy and come back and go to work. Is that it?
Just for a couple of weeks.
Oh, okay.
The summer's damn near over right now.
Yeah, it is.
And of course, now I don't know what she's going to do because she goes to work, but he doesn't work. He got enough time. He's a pretty good guy, you know, real quiet. But like just what you said, That's a bad deal. Just depends on if you get the right person. Now, how are you going to know?
You don't know. Unless you keep
Now, you got
surveillance
that-
cameras.
and that-
You know how people are smart? They have hidden surveillance cameras.
Huh?
People with kids that have nannies now
Yeah.
have hidden surveillance cameras so they can see if the nanny's beating the kids up.
Hey.
Because some people do. They get
Hey, you know
lose their
what?
patience.
Kids are
for
smart.
the
Those
kids.
kids know what's going on.
Yeah.
That 7-year-old daughter here, Jesus Christ, she's smarter.
She's
than
smart
her
as hell, I know,
She's
I
smarter
know.
than this asshole that's running our country right now.
I know. Because I remember I was over there one day and I got a chance to meet the kids, and I could tell by looking at her she was really smart, and she
Oh yeah,
talked.
she's got her mother.
She was very
She's
smart.
like her mother. Got that.
She's got
She got her mother's genes.
she's got a sense of intuition too. I mean, you
Yeah.
can see that
But then
she really
that
looks
second-
at you.
that second daughter,
She
that's
looks
the
you right in
same
the
damn
eye.
way.
She looks you right in the eye, and you know from
Oh,
that
yeah.
that she's got a lot
Oh,
on the
hell,
ball.
She comes over and sits here in the Davenport, and I listen to that gal because she can run a big sentence with big letter words.
Oh yeah.
And she reads. She's at night. She's reading a book. And she's going to school.
Yeah.
And over here, and she's already made a couple of words on some of her drawings.
Cool.
And then his other daughter is 4 years old. She's the same way. And that son of his, he's got that big bones. I think he's going to be a basketball player.
Maybe
The
it
other
sounds
day,
like it. Yeah.
I found no basketball, and he was I slammed over there, and he caught that son of it. I couldn't believe it. It's only actually a year and a half old.
Cool.
But he'll develop.
Yeah, he'd be good.
Or they got on
So
Cale's
she's
ass.
so
I
so.
said, Cale,
Now, what's the name of his ex-wife?
huh?
Is it
Oh,
Tanya? Is Tanya his
oh,
ex-wife?
boy. Jesus Christ.
Is his ex-wife named Tanya?
Tanya.
Yeah.
Tanya.
Okay.
She's, and her mother is a hooker. Was a hooker to start in with.
Well, no
Still
wonder
is.
she's got these problems. Now, didn't she have some guy she was going to stay with in California that she met on the
got
internet?
Cale. I said, say, Cale, not my goddamn business. Now, I went through this deal with my wife. It had nothing to do with sex, or it isn't. It was all over my goddamn millionaire friends. They were all had money. They'd come over, and I had that flying club, and they had money, and you know, goddamn it, you'll do anything for money, and it was my fault. My wife had nothing to do with it, but nevertheless, it got her down over the years. But it's my fault. I'll take 100. My wife had nothing to do with it. She never, you know, she's just more of a, and then when I went, that service deal broke up. I ended up over in Africa. She got on a goddamn airline and came over there, and I had to rent out a house in North Africa. And she looked at it, and she used to cook my meals. Didn't have to eat that shit the military feeds you. You know, she was a good gal. I ain't blaming her. It was my own. I'm like all those people have my head up my ass. You know, I know. Jesus, hey, right here in this block there's 8 of them, and I know them all. I'm talking about the ones that build houses for. It says this deal next door. Oh shit.
I gotta go find the locking deal like the one you've got on your door. Cause that one door. Remember when I built that door?
Oh, yeah.
Put that door in where the glass pane door used to be. Well, I gotta find I want to get a locking knob, one of those doorknobs that locks. And I'm gonna. Where would be a good?
What I'm gonna do is burn a son of a bitch down some night when that old gal was gone. Just a pain in the ass. I have to put up with a lot of shit too from my sister. How would you like it if your phone rang about 7:30 every morning? That's her wanting to know what I'm going to do. You know?
Oh, that's probably good for you. You're
Oh,
used to waking up at that time. I'm sure you wake up at that
I
time
think I ought
normally.
to start calling her. Yeah, if I wouldn't call you at 7:30 because you wouldn't answer the goddamn phone.
Probably not.
Would you? Shit,
No.
no.
No, we wouldn't.
Of course, my sister, that's what, I read a book about the first boy born in a family of girls he's on thin ice. And that's, Jesus. I don't know where that legend come from, but it's true.
Yeah, probably is.
Of course, then I had, oh, she's not my worst sister. I had Elaine. Elaine was the one that got me to come down to California. And when I was in that damn deal with civilian pilot training, I lived in her basement apartment. That was a big mistake. Anytime you let somebody else run your life, you're going to have trouble. Then Leslie was my favorite sister. She was a cigarette smoker. She's a physical ed trainer out at the university. And she monitored my life. I think she figured she's going to raise me. And that doesn't work. No, it doesn't work.
No.
My older sister always was the one that Tom Mix married. Tom Wicks. She had 7 kids and they're still all alive. She was deaf. She couldn't hear a word I said. That's probably why I haven't gone down and got a new hearing aid. Because there's some people, like old Melby, I could hear him. He had that kind of a low tone, but it was I could hear everything he said, even if he was in half a mile away. Some people's voice carried better. And my dad, of course, he didn't need a telephone. But I lost my hearing when I was in the railroad. It blew up when those 5100s and 900-pound steam pressure. And everybody on the train that was in the engine shoe lost their hearing at that end. Those hearing experts, they haven't figured out what to do about that. They'll sell you a hearing aid because they need the money. Lying son of a bitch. And I can't, this ear, I blew my ear, this eardrum, you can look right in there and see my brains. Right? I don't think I got any brains.
You can probably see the little timpani and all the little parts in the inner ear. Well,
But if I was feeling sorry for myself,
no, you're
I go
all
out
right.
this back door and hop over that fence and go where those guys have an office over there.
Uh-huh.
They're twin brothers and I must have hey, I was the only guy that didn't complain about that damn thing, I'm for progress.
Yeah.
So I never give them any. And Fire Steel and I drowned that. There was a row of big trees there. They cut them all down. Now I don't have to rake those leaves. And they're honest. And they tell me horror stories. For example, the day the bank opened, a guy come in there, and we wanted one of these deals where you get high interest rates.
Yeah.
And he promised him he was going to deposit a lot of money. And the guy figured it all out. Never came back again at all. And then another guy came in and bought a car and he financed it and never made one payment.
Oh, Jesus.
The bankers have problems too, but these are neat guys. And I think that's an improvement for that fence.
Yeah.
Because they caved in the north side of that building there I got for that shed. So he had a big cat and he bumped into it and broke it all up.
Why don't you have your son-in-law transfer your money to the bank here? This bank right here. Can he do that?
Huh?
Why don't you have Stevie transfer by wire transfer the money that's in Colorado.
Well, that's what I was trying.
Or else-
Hey, because he's like you can't talk to the son of a bitch. I mean, I learned that the first day. There's certain people.
Well, maybe he
you
could.
can't talk to them. They don't listen to
Well,
them.
maybe he could keep. Maybe what might be a good idea.
But hey, he knows I'm mad at him because I told my sister, Allison, I showed her on paper and I took her, I had a slip that showed that he drew actually $74,000 and the interest I had on there was $2,000. He drew that all out of the bank and I got this. He didn't even want to see it. I mailed it down to him and I got the letter back. It hadn't been opened. So I told my sister, Allison, I said, hey, I need that money. I said, it's my money and I need it. I said, I'd like to go out and chase girls. I like to live like you do. I said, you claim you got a job and I see you go by this little car like yours, go by here 7 or 8 times a day. I said, he's a fucking liar, just like those goddamn Indians I had in there. And I said, hey, but hey, that's good. I'm just jealous is all. And what you gonna do? What I was gonna do is buy on this 4-wheel drive crash. They had one right over here, and because they'll go anywhere without change. And all I want to do was go up to Libby, in that bar. They got a parking lot, it's all paved, and then they have plug-ins. And I wanted to get a camper and live there, because hey, that's the nicest valley in the damn state of Montana. And trouble is, you got to deal with those goddamn Montanans. They all pack guns. But there's no law. Hey, it's legal to have a gun as long as it's not in a holster. Well, I got to tell you, we're still going to go up there.
I was hoping to go up there this weekend, but never worked
Yeah,
out.
they're off all the time. We should be up there right now. Hey, I go by there 100 times. I never seen your car yet out there. That damn white car.
Well, I'm not
they even work out
not using the white car anymore. I'm using the blue car.
Oh,
And I
oh, wait. Well, no wonder. Yeah, Jesus. Yeah, I'm looking for that white
and I'm
car.
parking the employee parking lot,
Oh.
which
Well,
is
where do you park?
in the employee parking lot, which is like
On the north side? Or south side? Or
south, I think.
south? Oh, I look
No, it's like
on that north end.
Well,
I was parking there too.
it's south. Yeah,
It's south.
it's
towards the
not
south.
not even part of the regular parking
Oh.
lot. It's like that there's a road that comes perpendicular to Mullen Road, and people turn into the parking lot. Well, when you turn left, that's the company parking lot
That's
for
a
the
big lot.
that's the customers. But then if you turn right farther down, you come into the employee parking lot.
Well, that's a big store. Well, I don't think. I bet if it was parked right in the middle of the lot, I wouldn't find you.
But I'm
Those lots are always full when I go out there.
Yeah.
'Cause,
Well, I'm probably I either work at the GM door or the GR door, the grocery door or the general merchandise door. And I have different days I work and different times I work. It's like,
oh, it's the same all the way down there. Oh,
yeah.
Well, I suppose the best time to go is at 8 in the morning.
Depending on the day. Some days I don't go until 2 in the afternoon. Some days I don't go until 3 in the afternoon. Some days I go in at 7 in the morning. Like I think Monday I'll be going in
Will
7.
this recession slowed it down a little?
You never even know it considering how many people come in.
Oh,
There's a lot of people buying stuff. But the thing is, people are coming to one-stop places and like they can buy everything they want at Walmart. They got groceries, they got clothing, they have hardware, they have sporting goods, they have auto department, they have a department that'll change your oil, sell you tires and put tires on and
I
rotate
wish
your
they'd build a
tires.
store. Wish they'd build a store over here. Then they had
Well,
groceries.
they probably, they don't, they do have one in this part of town, and that's the one that we go to down there.
Oh, yeah.
And they wanted to turn it into a super Walmart, but the
Yeah.
powers that be wouldn't let them. Bunch of sleazebags. So they because they had the other one over there.
You buy your groceries down there?
Yeah, Martha goes in there and buys groceries. She goes to Albertsons too because they have some good deals
They
sometimes.
got a restaurant too, haven't they?
Well, they don't have their own restaurant. They have a concession restaurant of some Subway subs.
Oh,
But the concession pays rent or leases that
you
area.
ever eat at Costco?
Yeah, I love those hot
Yeah,
dogs.
that's just-
Yeah, I think I took you
Down
there.
once. That's good. You good goddamn
It was
restaurant.
$1.50 for a nice hot dog with sauerkraut. Yeah, it was for $1.50. That was a good deal. They still have that, I think.
Well, another good restaurant is that one grocery store where
Oh,
we
guess yeah. Well, we used to eat Bilo place. Yeah, but I don't go there. It's too many yuppies there.
That old
You know,
waiter,
it isn't
he
like.
died. That old good-looking waitress that was in there died.
Oh yes,
Yeah.
Roxy.
No, she lived there.
Because Bonnie, the one that used to work there, she's still working at Ruby's at
Yeah,
night.
the one that used to wait on us all the time.
But Bonnie, she's still alive. She's still working
Well,
She's working
oh.
at Ruby's.
She had a different name.
Another one. Well, there were several ones over there.
She had a funny last name.
Wasn't Roxy the one that died?
She
Roxy's
stopped by when I was
Roxy's
down
the
at
one that
bar.
passed away. Remember Roxy used to take care of her,
Uh-huh.
take care of us with coffee and stuff. Her husband was a roofer, and then they moved. They sold their house and moved. And I read a thing I read a thing in the paper in the obituaries that she'd passed away. She had cancer, I think.
Yeah, I think you're right.
I think that's who it was. Because I see Bonnie when I go to, sometimes I'll go to Ruby's to buy a hamburger for my son and myself, or my wife if she wants to eat one. When my wife doesn't want to cook, and we go, I'll get like really good hamburgers. Like Ruby's have got the best, actually. Mm.
Yeah, last time she come in there, I was having breakfast down here,
Uh-huh.
and she had a couple of kids she walked in there with. She
Uh-huh.
came over and bought her a cup of coffee, and that was the last time. And she wouldn't tell me. She said she had quit work because of her health. That must have been that cancer,
Yeah, probably.
because she didn't look like she used to look.
Yeah, I know. I think I ran into her one time. I don't know where, but I saw her somewhere, said hello to her. It might have been the post office. I was someplace, a store, or maybe a restaurant. I can't remember. But I ran into her one time after they closed.
Cancer.
Yeah, but I think she was sick.
Thank God, I think that with all the money in this country, that they develop a cure for cancer.
Well, they've got some cures for it that I've been reading about on a website that's off of Coast to Coast. They've figured out some stuff to actually get rid of the
These are
cancer.
good wagers, I'll say that.
Yes, she was.
Well, I like them. You get a cup of coffee, and if it's down about that much, you always fill it up.
Yep, she would. She'd always have a smile, and she always
Yeah.
had a cheerful.
like
She was
big
always
cinnamon-
cheerful
Then they
too.
had that big cinnamon roll.
Oh yeah.
And she'd always have one ready to go.
Yep.
She was a hell of a good waitress.
And she sure was. Her husband was a good roofer. He actually gave me some advice. I asked him about what would be a good product to
Yeah.
use on my roof, and he says anything built by
Her
anything.
husband was a roofer.
Yeah, he told me anything made by Henry's is good. I wouldn't tell you anything else because a lot of the stuff is just crap. So every time I do anything on my roof, I use Henry's stuff, like the cement and then the roll-on stuff too. So I should be doing today. I should have done it in the morning. Maybe I'll do it tomorrow morning. I have to go pick up some stuff. Maybe a can and a roller.
Like you say, she's always another thing I liked about her. She always talked to everybody. She wouldn't just spend
Yeah.
all her time talking to one guy.
Oh yeah, she talked to everybody. That's right.
She was really friendly.
Remember the time we got threw out by Bonnie? She thought I'd said some bad words and the F word, and then you apologized afterwards, and you even told her, "I don't know why you're throwing him out. I'm the one that was saying it," and I just laughed, and she just threw us out anyway. That was Bonnie threw us
She
out,
used to go over and talk
wasn't-
to Clark to you.
huh?
I remember she used to come over, sit on a chair and talk to Clark.
Oh sure.
He's a hard guy to talk to.
He is a hard guy to talk to. He never listens to worth a damn.
I wonder where the hell he's hiding.
I saw him at the tea party they had. You remember that tea party on April 15th in front of the post office? It was like a protest from people that are sick of paying taxes and high taxes. And he was there. I saw him there.
Well, you know, he's got a house straight south of where he lives. You know, almost to where.
Well, he might, maybe
track.
he's not living in it where the trailer park is. Maybe
I
he's
don't know
living
why
there.
only it's a nice looking house. It's a pretty modern
I
house.
think he was in jail for a while though, because he was gone and
I wonder where the hell, but nobody up there in that damn.
nobody'd say. And I saw him one time on the corner of Higgins and Spruce,
Yeah.
and he was yakking on a cell phone to somebody. I don't know who. Probably his
Well,
sister.
he does a lot of walking.
Yeah, he walks all over town. I think I see him every now and then.
I'm looking for one of those goddamn cars. You know, that four-wheel drive I bought that the guy wanted 800, and I shoot him down to 400. And they said, and he had a cash right in his pocket, and he bought that four-wheel drive.
Oh yeah.
That's what I want because you need it up the yak. Because in summer and winter time, you got 3 feet of snow to buck. They haven't found one on a lot lately at all. They know more. I thought that was built by Canada.
What
It was
about-
built down in the deep south?
What?
That was a good car. And my son just told me his son, he's got 125,000. When I gave it to him, it was only 70,000. Now he's still driving that thing.
Oh yeah.
And that's the car. My son took it. I didn't give him for him. He just drove it away.
I know.
God damn it. You need 2 cars.
Yeah, you
Look at
do.
you got 5 or 6 of them.
I only got 2 that run.
Yeah.
Well, my wife's got the white car and I got the blue car. But I just sold the GMC one to the guy I bought it from, just for $50 is all. But he got it started. It turned over, and then he let it sit for a while. Then he turned it over again, pumped the gas, and it started. And he shut it off because the gas was kind of dirty. So he's gonna probably put some more gas in it. He didn't have a whole lot of money, but he bought the truck because I had to move it. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna call him in a little bit, see what he's up to.
I don't know why that kid, he got, there's an old model Honda, but it only had, Stevie bought as a distributor's model. At the time, it only had about 10 grand.
Oh,
10
geez.
miles,
What happened to
10,000
that?
miles. And he was talking to me about what a high mileage. I says, go ahead. That Dodge right there will get twice
what
the
happened to
mileage."
the Honda?
I said, "Hey, you're just like all Americans. You lie about your goddamn gas mileage." I said, I got a friend telling me Ford getting 17 miles a gallon. I said, I got 2 of the son of bitches.
Actually, the most I ever got out of that was 21 miles
Yeah,
to
if
the
you
gallon.
can't prove it.
Well, fuck, what I have to
I
prove
know you're a
it?
goddamn liar because
Oh, Jesus.
I put up with it all my life.
I've listened to all your all your embellishments.
Yeah.
But I actually checked it. I checked it one time.
Coats and the
No,
neutrals.
I actually checked him. It was the other one.
Yeah,
I was 21, and then actually this one here I got 20 miles to gallon once.
it is.
Depending on, it was gas I bought over at Safeway though. That's got the best mileage is the Safeway gas. But I've been buying the gas from Hellgate Conoco because Conoco gas is recommended by a lot of different automakers, and it's good gasoline. I like it. It runs good. I bought some Berryman's additive. It comes in a can. It's been around since 1918, and I added it to the gas tank. And the car's running better than it was, actually.
Well, Oh, I guess it's goddamn Ford trucks I owned were lemons. I had a Ranger. It was practically.
I remember that white
Yeah,
Ranger.
seven.
That white Ford Ranger.
Ranger.
The one when I first started hanging out with you. It was a nice little rig.
When I bought it,
You couldn't get anybody that could tune it. You remember? And then you found a guy that knew how to tune it.
It only got. I'm going to be honest. It got 7 miles to gallon. And that was almost. Well, it was brand new. The guy over here owned it, and then this goddamn car lot bought it. And I thought it was a bike because all the tires were in good shape.
Well, sure, everything was in good shape.
It had a good air. See,
That was a nice car,
it
actually.
had a 100
Nice
amp
truck.
air conditioner. You turn it on and it blows
And didn't you sell it for some good money or trade it in? Or what? You traded it in when you bought the Nissan, right? Did you trade it in when you got the Nissan?
Oh, a kid bought it,
Oh,
and hell, he had it about a week, and he piled it up. He ended up in the hospital. I think he died.
oh, Jesus, he wrecked it.
It'd go. What the hell? It'd go like hell, but it wouldn't stop. It had the bastard brakes on it.
Oh, fuck.
God.
That's too bad.
Yesterday's paper, a gal got bumped off in a car wreck.
Yeah, that happens a lot. You know what's scary is all the frickin' people
Oh, yeah.
shooting their wives or having sex with their daughters. They're living right around here. A lot of them in the Bitterroot. And a lot of them around here. It's pretty strange, isn't it? What the hell's that all about? What's going on in this country
About
right now?
A month down there, I parked, and I went up front and pulled in, and then there was a guy, and there was a Ford, there's one of those crew cab Fords,
Yeah.
and parked right in the next stall, but there's no parking deal there, and he was having coffee with another guy, and he talked to me. When he got it, I went out and I got a paper, and I was reading the paper, and he was parked. Oh, there's a big wide space between me and him. Wait, and while I was reading, he pulled up, and he had a long wheelbase deal. He cut it in at an angle, and got right up against my front bumper with his bumper.
Jesus.
Well, hey, I wasn't paying any attention. I had the motor running. I stuck it in gear. I backed up, and of course, what it did is his front bumper was up against mine. Otherwise, I'd have had a bill of $1,000 or more.
Oh, dumbass parked right too close to you.
And he had to go out of his way because that's stall is. I pulled in all the way.
Jesus.
Jesus Christ. I don't know where he did that to, why he did it. He apologized though,
Yeah.
but he was an old guy about my age, I think.
Well, so, yeah.
But tell you one thing about parking lots, you go through it every day.
Yeah.
But
But you know what I see in parking lots so much? You know, these brand new cars are really late model cars that aren't, I see the corners of them are all smashed up, and then you can see the square steel behind the contoured plastic crap that they make, that they put over them for bodies. And I see these really nice looking rigs, all just creamed. I guess it's like maybe it's Missoula drinks and goes home or something. But I mean, I see ones that are come in, and then I'll see them the same car and see somebody's taking out one of the left corner in front, or the right corner in front, or the corner of the back.
Of course, I've been going over there about every other day, and 3 times we had cars back into me, and
Over at the
right front and the back.
over at that
Yeah,
plane
right
jumper.
over there. That's a bad lot.
Yeah, it is.
That's probably why George quit.
Well, probably George didn't want to work the night shift.
Yeah.
Why would he want to work the night shift? That's the one where people get shot.
He likes to fish.
And he wants to fish during the daytime.
Fishing. Because one of the gals that work there,
Well,
he brings her over these whitefish, smoked.
oh yeah.
Well, the reason I was looking for him, I don't even know his last name.
I just know him as George. I don't know.
I went and bought some of that goddamn buffalo jerky.
Uh-huh.
Hell, it cost me $17 for a chunk of it.
Where'd you get it? Over at D&H?
I took it, going to give it him that.
Did you get it at D&H?
Yeah, I took it over. We're going to give it to him, so we give it to that gal that was there yesterday. That buffalo jerk was $25 a pound, but I only bought half a pound. I don't recommend you eat it. The trouble is, you get so goddamn constipated. You can't even. It's like shoe leather.
Well, it's good to take when you go hunting. You can chew on it for energy.
Boy, they do a hell of a business over there.
Yeah, they do.
Too bad that they didn't keep those buffalo. Put that herd in Yellowstone Park. Like Colorado, they have Estes Park, and they have about 5,000 buffalo, and they install a fence with keep the goddamn white trash out of there.
Good.
And they sell that buffalo meat. You know, they get $5 a pound for it.
Well, sure they do.
That's it.
There's a place that goes to the farmer's market that sells frozen buffalo meat.
Yeah.
Well, shit.
Well, Jesus.
We're down to the last 5 minutes.
I'll buy you a cup of coffee.
Okay, tell me some more. We got 5 more minutes of this,
Oh.
and it'll be running out pretty quick.
I better go find my money first.
Well, I'll stop it right now. Just for
Huh?
I'll put a stop on it. It'll do a little.
Oh. You only got 5 minutes?
Yeah. Why don't we talk about something for 5 minutes?
Oh.
Tell me some more about when you were a kid.
Okay. Well, I didn't think you was working today.
Well-
I didn't think you ever worked.
I didn't work today, and I won't work tomorrow, but I'll be
You
working
said
Monday
you had
morning.
3 days off this week. All right.
4. I got Thursday, Friday,
just told
Saturday,
me.
and Sunday.
I can tell you ain't working because the only time you want to have on that shirt is when you're chasing pussy. I ain't as dumb as I look. Yeah,
Chasing I
can
wish.
see- And oh yeah, those shoes.
Yeah, these are nice
Those are
shoes.
pussy shoes.
Pussy.
Takes one to know one.
I'm going to stop it for a minute.
If I can find where my money.
So anyway,
I got to figure out. Hey, one of those motorized wheelchairs, they never make it across that highway.
no, they won't.
'Cause I can't even hardly get across there with my pickup. Well, that's a dangerous route.
You know what? Everybody puts down Walmart. Everybody always laughs at Walmart. But you
Yeah.
know what? It's the first place I've ever worked at where they have policies about interaction between management and the employee and employees. In other words, each employees, and it's like they do not tolerate sexual harassment, which is a good thing, and they also have a way of dealing with people's. They're not rude to people like some companies that just say, okay, here's this is the way it is, da, da, da. You know, like a place I worked at before was like Schindler's List. They're decent to their employees.
Yeah.
And you know what? They're the largest retail corporation in the world. And the guy who started it, Sam Walton, had a rule. It's called the 10-foot rule. And the 10-foot rule is when you see somebody within 10 foot, you look them right in the eye and say, "How are you doing?"
Yeah.
And he came up with aggressive greeting. So, and where you say, "Hi, how you doing today? Good to see you. Thank you for shopping at Walmart. Welcome to Walmart." And you know what? My wife's mom went to a Walmart in Oregon, and she said, "I couldn't believe it. The people were actually nice." And she worked for Fred Meyer's for years. And she says, "These people are really nice. They make you want to come back because they're so nice to you when you leave and when you come in." And that's this guy was a genius when it came to retailing.
Really?
He really is. And And I still could see that CBL. I could see him going. You look the 10-foot rule is when you get within 10 foot of somebody,
Sounds like
you
joking.
look them right in the eye and say, "Hey, how you doing?" And that's perfect. It's like, and then and what's a better thing to be a people greeter, because you get to say thank you to everybody that comes in the store. That's a good thing. Welcome to Walmart. Thank you. How are you doing today? And
Maybe you ought to do that. These motor,
I tell people,
General Motors ought to try that.
you know what I do sometimes? I'll say, here's the lucky card. It's the one that's lucky, but there is no money involved. I always get a laugh for that. You know, I try to go for a laugh a little bit, and that's good. I even came up
I
with.
wonder what his job is. Goodwill ambassador, probably. Yeah?
Oh yeah, that's what it is. It's
PR
basically,
boy.
yeah, it's called courtesy associate. Yeah. And it's PR. You know, I like to be really nice to people. There's other people there that that are really rude to the people. One guy that complains says, "Oh my God, we're getting too busy." I'm thinking, well, if it wouldn't be this busy, we wouldn't have jobs, would we? You ever think that through? You stupid, dumb, fucking old cocksuckers, what I feel like saying, but I don't.
Jesus.
You know, but it's really a fun place to work. The people that are treated well.
I'd like to stick him on Bill Clark. I'll bet he wouldn't even talk to him.
No, they wouldn't. And you know what's cool is that everybody's treated well.
Yeah.
And you get to know the customers, like you get to know some of the people coming back and forth. And a lot of the people I've known from before, I just run into a guy and I just found out I didn't know, but he told me he had colon cancer, and I told him, well, God bless you, man. I hope it works out for you. You know, he's a guy who used to work,